me talk to you.
Welcome back, guys, to Dad and Son Wrestling Reviews. I'm sending that side.
Hello.
And today we're going to be reviewing Raw.
But before we get into that, just a quick one from the Bible. Listen to the truth I speak. Whoever does not open their arms to receive God's kingdom like a teachable child will never enter it. Mark 10, verse 15. Let us never become so proud or arrogant that we think we know everything there is to know. We always know simply in part. Our understanding can constantly grow. We are conditioned in our cultures, families, and traditions. Not everything we've known is based on the truth of God's kingdom. The pride of knowing better can keep us from the freedom of God's better ways if we're not careful. Let us remain humble in heart and open to seeing from a different perspective. Some true ones there for this morning. And also, shout out to Taurus BJJ. Thank you for everything you do for us with Jiu-Jitsu, and a shout out to the Rockingham Sharks too, a club that you're associated for your rugby league. If you'd like to know more about Jesus, of course, we'll leave a link in the description for our church family, the Rocks. No perfect people allowed is our motto as we continue to try reach the unchurched. Click on the link, see the content for yourself and get to know Jesus. There'll also be a little button you can press at the end of this video on the end card that will direct you straight to the content also. So let's get to Raw, hey? How did Raw go?
It started with Brock Lesnar coming out.
Yep, big start to the show. Brock Lesnar's out. Paul Heyman, of course. They're followed by some police officers, which, of course, we all know weren't real police officers. It's a big-time wrestling trope that always happens. But, they came to the ring.
Wait, was there actually real police officers that handcuffed Stone Cold Steve Austin?
No, it's always fake actors, mate, because if real coppers were cuffing you and you were hitting and carrying on, you would be getting a lot more charges than just breaking a restraining order against whoever you're restraining. Yeah?
And then you get
some serious trouble, yeah. Assaulting a public officer and all that sort of jazz.
But has that happened to you before?
Being assaulted?
Yeah.
Yes. Not arrested, but I've been assaulted, yes. And while I've been in uniform and people have been charged and convicted of it. But we divulge, we don't need to talk about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar comes out, Paul Heyman does his usual stick. You can't beat Brock Lesnar, he's this, he's that. He's obsessed with OBA Femi, just like OBA Femi's obsessed with him. And Brock Lesnar's when Brock Lesnar's obsessed about something, it's really dangerous. He alludes to, the Undertaker streak and things like that, and Suplex City and stuff. But, and then OBA Femi's music hits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So OBA comes out to a massive pop. He gets the biggest pop on the show these days. And when he's out...
And Danhausen has the biggest pop.
Yeah, Danhausen as well. Different types of pop, though. When OBA gets that pop and he comes out, there's a real energy in the crowd in terms of anticipation. He is very much over. They've done an incredible job in building him and having him ready to go for this main roster run. He comes out. The police are standing between him and Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar essentially just pretty much leave. That results in...
Hightail.
They hightail out of there after OBA Femi said he was there for a fight. That's what he was looking for. Probably after getting low-bowed last week. Wanted some revenge on Brock Lesnar. The police officers then, we're going to arrest you. And then OBA Femi just clears the ring, just throwing him all over the top rope, slamming him and carrying on.
And there was like this, it was like the leader, like the chief of it. And then he was like, he kind of looked like Hugh, but just black.
Yeah.
And then he just went, hoopla.
Over the rope, eh? Onto all the rest of them on it.
Yeah.
That was the opening segment. OBA Femi gets on the mic, pretty much says Brock Lesnar's not ready for the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war. Those one-liners he's got going now.
And he says that no more low blows, no more BS, and no more running away.
Yep. So continue to build for this one. Still a couple of weeks away, But they're doing a great job, the anticipation. I expect Femi to go over, of course, and I expect this to be Brock Lesnar's true retirement type match, unless he does one-off appearances, in the future for a bit of money. But I see this as his proper retirement in front of his, hometown crowd of Minnesota. So I expect some fireworks in this match and some good spots. So I'm looking forward to it. Where do we go from there, mate?
Then it led into Iyo versus, what's her name? The one for Roxanne.
Roxanne Perez?
Yeah.
And how did that go?
I'll give it a 5.
5? Yeah, solid work by both of them. Iyo Sky gets the win, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She gets the win despite all the shenanigans.
And then they attack her.
Yeah, they attack. Sol Ruka comes in for the save, but gets beaten up herself as well.
Yeah, there was actually a bad spot, like when Raquel grabbed a boom straight onto the barricade, boom straight onto the ring pole, and then when she dropped, thunk.
Yeah, so she had her up on that powerbomb position, didn't she?
Yeah.
Ran her into the ring post, and then she's come back and dropped her for the spot. It looked like Sol Ruka kind of landed very awkwardly, like a nice little back of the head onto the mat. Sort of stuff that you can hear sometimes gets concussions. Nothing come out on the dirt sheets about her being injured or anything like that. So I don't suspect anything happened.
But there was one that said Iyo Sky was injured.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see where that leads to, whether she's truly injured or not. But yeah, not a bad match. They continue to build this Liv Morgan, Iyo Sky thing. I reckon it leads to the eventual downfall of Judgment Day. I think they've been around way too long now and need to be split up and gone on their own ways.
30 years.
Yeah, so maybe shenanigans do not assist Liv at SummerSlam.
Maybe Raquel tries to, like that bomb that she does.
Yeah.
And then she accidentally does it on Liv.
Yeah.
And then Roxanne actually does her finishing move on her.
Yeah.
So then, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see it. I think it's more likely they try to help, and it leads to Liv actually being distracted by accident, and Iyo gets the win, and then she gets a bit sour about her friends not being able to help her properly, and that causes tension, and then they all split apart into some feuds. But where did the show go from there, bud?
Then it led into Austin Theory and the Vision coming out.
Yeah. This was a very long-winded segment, wasn't it?
This was just Liv Morgan. Yeah, that's just Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, this is a carbon copy of the old trope of having the female wrestler and bloke wrestler, love triangle sort of situation. They came out, essentially the Vision came out to celebrate. Maxine Dupree was going to get on the mic and explain herself. That led to Alpha Academy coming out, Tozawa and that wanting to speak to her. Tozawa said his bit. Then Otis got on the mic, kind of alluded he was going to say he had feelings for her or whatever. Austin Theory gets in, teases and carries on, calls him, fat, sort of those unsavoury things, ugly and fat and, troll-looking fella. That leads to, a dust-up between them. Austin Theory gets dropped. Bron Breakker gets in there to assist. Bron Breakker gets thrown over the top rope. Well, dives over it because Tozawa dodges him.
Imagine if Tozawa just, grabbed him and then just threw him over.
Yeah.
Where? So, he took Bron Breakker's power. Oh, where?
Yeah. Eventually, the Vision gets the upper hand with a low blow by Austin Theory because Maxine Dupree essentially, distracts Otis. She has a go at Otis as well, saying, what did you think was going to happen? There's no way in hell type thing. So it was a segment designed to make these guys look even more awful than they already do. Tozawa and Otis are fan favourites, so there was plenty of sympathy given their way. I believe this is going to be the Vision's next tag team feud. There's going to be these two. There's going to be some, they got close type things and hope spots. but these two will go over on top of them.
And then they'll go to the next.
Yeah, next feud. Following the segment, they're at the back and they get confronted by Paul Heyman, don't they?
Yeah.
Paul Heyman, tells them good work, etc. But then alludes, hey, what do you need me for if you've got her? So is it the breakup or isn't it? We don't know. They kind of leave us in the lurch when it comes to Paul Heyman. Very disappointed where they've gone with Bron Breakker. He's kind of been dropped to a mid-card type factor here with this tag team run. It'd be interesting to see what happens, especially if Bronson Reed's back shortly, whether the division continues on or if it gets dissolved in some sort of manner. I just hope it doesn't revolve into some sort of parody team that they look like they could end up being now, where it revolves around bloody love triangles and stuff like that, which wouldn't be the best. Where do we go from here?
Then led into, so it cut out. Then it suddenly had Powerhouse Hobbs, who's called Royce Keys, and Jimmy Uso fighting. So
so there was a cut in the feed. We don't watch it live when Raw comes in on Netflix. We watch the replay. So some of the stuff gets cut in terms of commercial, or we sometimes miss if something's been cut for a reason. Like a outfit mistake, or Netflix didn't like that bit or whatever. But yeah, it cuts straight into the match. What would you rate the match, mate?
3.
3? Yeah. Both guys worked hard, but this was you kind of knew there was always going to be shenanigans.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu comes out and takes him out.
Yeah. Solo Sikoa makes himself known. Jacob Fatu's out to help. Jimmy gets the win from the distractions on Royce Keys.
No, that was
last week. Sorry,
on SmackDown.
That was on SmackDown. This one's just a DQ. Results in just it looks like Fatu's going to take out Royce Keys. Then Solo goes, no, stop. I'll join the family. I was wrong, etc., etc. Then he turns on Fatu and pretty much alludes that he was, just telling fibs. Then he's not going back to the bloodline, and they can all, go where the sun don't shine type thing.
Yeah.
That leads to Jimmy and Fatu then taking out Solo and Royce Keys. It looks like it's going to be Fatu's finally going to do the head slam with the chair, and then we get LA Knight. Yeah, come out, save the day with a chair. Fatu just eats the first chair shot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then gets whacked with several more. And then LA Knight gets on the mic. Good promo. Leads to a 3-on-3 at SummerSlam. It's going to be the Bloodline boys. That's the Usos and Fatu versus Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. Tough one, eh?
Yeah.
Like to see LA Knight up and around good things, but it's still just some of the same. It'd be interesting to see where they go with Solo if he eventually gets done in and has to join up and the bloodline starts getting bigger. Who knows?
Maybe they do the thing that they did with Fatu, that he has to come out.
Yeah, has to acknowledge. You never know. That might be the thing. I just hope this leads to LA Knight versus Roman Reigns in some capacity.
Or maybe
I think LA Knight deserves a world title shot, if not a world title run.
Maybe Seth Rollins versus him, because he said that LA Knight would be the first person.
Yeah, well, if Seth Rollins goes over, which I don't think happens. I don't think Seth wins. I think Roman is around until at least SummerSlam, and maybe Oba's the one that takes it off him.
Yep, and then actually after that, it's actually a hype video of that. So like how the Shield formed.
Yeah, so it's looking back on what's happened in the past. But they did a good job of cutting out the third member, didn't they? They didn't show too much of John Moxley in there, did they? They kind of used camera angles and editing to kind of make it look like John Moxley wasn't even there. It was just them two.
No, they had bits that he was in.
Yeah, but only when they had all three of them were in camera. So But yeah, very interesting way they did that.
Yeah,
just unusual WWE. They don't acknowledge anything else in the world exists apart from them. So
yeah, they don't even think we exist.
where do we go from the video package, mate?
Then it led into the main event.
So the main event was a contract signing. We get the very long walk. We get the illusion that Roman Reigns has just turned up literally just for his own segment. He comes out of the car, gets his title, walks to the ring. I have a feeling he was at the show the whole time. I don't think he literally drives.
I think it was probably eating something or something.
Yeah, he would have been around there for a few hours. I don't think he just turns up. But that's the illusion of he's the top player. He only rocks up when he needs to type thing. So, yeah, it does his very, very long walk to the ring. Everyone acknowledges him.
And there was, this kid that when he, high-fived him, he went, oh.
Yeah, he's very much over still, Roman Reigns. He's the biggest guy in the company still. Just by leaps and bounds. He's definitely the big number one, which is what he alludes to during his promo, doesn't he? He pretty much tells Seth Rollins is always going to be number two. But Seth Rollins tried to do a walk-away moment, didn't he?
Yeah. He
tried to do the mic drop where he goes, "You've never beat me, I'm going to beat you again. You can't get it done." Goes to leave. The one-liner is, "I'll see you at work when you want to turn up." So he thought that was pretty cool. And then Roman Reigns just cuts him apart with a promo about how, imagine if you do beat me, you'll just get injured again. Anytime you try to carry the company, you can't get it done. I will always be number one. That's why I'm this and that. That really gets under Seth Rollins.
Then he says, and it's even worse that he faked the injury. And then the crowd went, ooh.
Yeah, he alludes to he still needs the briefcase to win a title. And he's got to fake an injury alongside it too to get under his skin, which was cool. Because a lot of people didn't like that.
I even went, ooh.
Yeah. And then Seth gets on the mic again, gives his 2 cents, and then we end up in a bit of a to and fro with the punches.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins gets the upper hand.
Looks like, and then Roman Reigns looks like he wants to
powerbomb him in the chair.
No, powerbomb him into the table. Like the table, shield.
The shield style. But that gives Seth Rollins enough time to recuperate, get him in the pedigree, hit him with a curb stomp, and then finish on top for the night. I think they have a great match. These two have got chemistry, but Roman Reigns is definitely going over in my eyes. I think he has more stories long term and is a bigger prize for someone like OBA to knock off.
I think they may do the Logan Paul thing again.
Yeah?
Yeah. They did 2 years ago.
Who knows?
Crown Jewel.
Who knows? He's got to get his tricep. For a guy that's as injured as he is, he's still a workhorse. He's still always there.
And he's healing faster than
humanly possible. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the segment, he said he was recovering faster than Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Which was a go at Conor McGregor for blowing out his knee during his first fight back in 5 years, which is the unfortunate nature of being being a polarizing personality that Conor McGregor is. He has said a lot of polarizing things over the years, and when something bad goes, people are going to jump on you straight away. So it is.
And at least he's a Christian now.
Well, he says he's found God, and I hope he has, and I hope he's doing all the right things, because with Jesus comes salvation.
And you can do anything.
Yeah, anything is possible with Jesus.
Maybe Jesus made him pop out his knee so he can actually go to church more and all that.
You never know. He could have put that challenge in front of him. He puts you through seasons for a reason. Maybe this is a chance for Conor McGregor to really decide if it's truly what he wants fighting, if it's truly his calling, or maybe there's something else at stake. So I hope he has a speedy recovery either way. You shouldn't really wish ill fate upon anybody. It's not the Christian way.
Even if it's your enemy.
Yeah, you should still love your enemies, mate. But on that note, thank you everyone, guys, for tuning in, watching. That's Raw done. Was an enjoyable show. Raw was doing all right. SmackDown, we have said our piece about SmackDown and how it's not the best show to watch tonight.
But it's getting better.
With the 2 hours, they've got to cram in the good stuff and it's better. It just flows a bit better.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny that they cut out the 3rd hour because they forgot.
Yeah, they cut out the Cody Rhodes coming to rescue
And they
Nick
cut
Aldis.
it out a bit of Chelsea Green getting attacked.
Yeah, there's a lot
Mike
missing
Phillip.
from the version of SmackDown that we watched, the 2 hour version. But
Anyway,
for a big company like WWE, there's no excuses for that. They should be better with their production. They've been doing it for 40 years. So that's a bit poor on their side.
And AEW's already one of the best things only in 7 years.
Yeah.
They're not even double digits.
So, yeah. But that's Raw done. Thank you very much, guys. Again, link in the description to our church family, The Rocks. And there'll be somewhere to click. It'll probably be just above my head, I imagine, for The Rocks. And
Wait,
the video.
Before the Roman Reigns thing,
Yep.
we forgot about the gauntlet.
Oh, yes, we had the Intercontinental Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And your new number 1 contender is Chad Gable. Javon Evans, the VIP of the match, he went through the most people.
So, first it was Dom Mysterio versus
Joe Hendry. Yep. JD assists
him.
Dom getting the win. Then we get a Danhausen segment where he curses him, but the wrong. Yeah, Javon Evans comes out, but you get the wrong turnbuckle sparkles up. So Danhausen's like, what? That's not the one I chose.
And then JD McDonough runned, and then the Danhausen shooter.
Yeah, shoots him with the t-shirt thing, takes him down. That allows Javon Evans to get his spectacular cutter from the top, so he knocks out Dom. He then takes on Dragon Lee, rolls up Dragon Lee after a really great probably about 10 minutes of real action.
Yeah, and
going back and forth.
And when he did it, Dragon Lee was running, and then Javon Evans just went wham. Yeah. Then he hit his head down on the mat.
Yeah, a couple of scary spots during this one.
And then he jumped over, and then he fell in where the front row is.
Yeah, he overshot
and
the body splash.
And he even landed on a chair.
Yeah. So that was probably the highlight, those two going at it. Then we had Rusev out. Rusev blindsided him from behind. Eventually got him with that submission hold of his.
Then Chad Gable came out.
Yes, then we had Chad Gable. Chad Gable knocks off Rusev after a good back and forth. Lots of suplexes. Then Ethan Page is out. As Ethan Page is coming out, Rusev attacks Chad Gable from behind.
He keeps the...
puts him back in that submission hold. Ethan Page comes out to finish him off. Can't get the job done, though.
Yeah, it's like he was going for, that, jumping slam.
Yeah.
The
running slam, yeah.
He thrown over. He actually flipped. It looked like he face planted.
Yeah.
And then he got him in the ankle lock. Chad Gable got him.
Yeah.
And then you tapped up. And there was a hype video earlier that Obvious made it obvious.
Yeah.
Chad Gable said, and I want to do it in my hometown of
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, so that's just ruined it.
So Chad Gable's your number 1 contender for the Intercontinental. It's going to be him versus Penta. Should be a banger of a match. But again, thank you guys. That's Raw done. God bless you all. And take care. Anything from you, big guy?
Mwah. Bang.